Hello, everybody. It's been a while, hasn't it? Well, about 2 or 3 years now. Sorry about that. It's been a crazy couple of years for me. I've always wanted to come back. I've always wanted to make videos and stuff, but I just needed to get my life together. I was going to school at the same time as kind of making my own videos and stuff, and I really didn't have a direction in life. Although I kind of don't now, but I do have a direction in life way more now than I ever did in my entire life up to this point. And, I've got a better job. I have, a job. Going to school for however many years as I did, and then just not being able to get a job in the field that I worked at, video production, video editing, web design, graphic design, yada yada yada. It was very stressful, and I just couldn't, in good conscience, work on hobbies and stuff while I was not really progressing in my own personal life. So I really wanted to get that figured out, get that settled, and, now I do. Working a full-time job now, making actual money, means that I can afford to buy things like video games, just pretty much what I do on my free time. And now that I have a decent amount of money saved up, I'm able to pay all my bills and have quite a bit of money saved afterwards, Now I feel pretty good about branching out on my free time with hobbies and stuff. And again, something that I've wanted to do for the past 2 to 3 years was go back to making YouTube videos. But whenever I felt like I was ready to, something would come up to where I just couldn't. My controller that I would use to make videos with broke, and I couldn't really afford to buy a new controller, and then when I was able to, it wasn't in stock, and I just couldn't get the equipment that I needed to actually work on it. But then I was finally able to buy that controller. And then a week later, I ended up being able to buy a PlayStation 5, which came with 2 controllers. So I went from 0 controllers being able to be used to 3. And I will take that. But now that I have all that settled, there was also construction going behind my house. There still is. They're building an entire subdivision behind the house, but there's not nearly as much construction going on, so I can actually make videos without having, hammers and drills and all that fun stuff, actual trucks and construction trucks and all that. It was very frustrating, but now that's all not complete, but I can work with it. I can record around it. I've got a whole list of stuff to talk about, so pardon me if I'm trying to figure things out. I wrote like a whole list of stuff, and I probably still missed stuff that I wanted to talk about. I work in a warehouse, which is a very practical job. I lift somewhat heavy objects and heavy equipment, and heavy for me. I'm not very strong, so everything's heavy to me, but, when you work in a warehouse, you do physical labor, and it requires very, very little actual creativity. I've been kind of creative with how I perform my job, and I've been able to excel at my job because of my creativity and being able to create a more ergonomic and... what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm able to do my job better, faster, but it's not, creative enough at all. And I'm realizing that I love to be creative, My mom's a creative person. My dad is a pretty creative person in his views. And just in general as well. My sister is a very creative person. And so am I. It just kind of runs in the family. So I wanted to do something creative. And I wanted to use the stuff that I learned from school and apply it to something. Well, that goes toward content creation perfectly. It's exactly what I love doing. When I was a child, my dream job was to play video games and have people watch me. Or I watch them play video games. Or we talk about video games and we discuss every little aspect about video games that we could. And yeah, I'm not making money off of that, but I am able to still do that while still having something that is a job that pays the bills. I can do what I love on my free time, which is making YouTube videos and making content and stuff like that. Like, I've been video editing the Let's Play videos that I've been making. Recording it's been a lot of fun. Editing, doing all the edits and stuff on a computer. Well, it's on a laptop right now that can actually function. The computer that I have right now is not very good anymore. It was good 10 years ago. It was great 10 years ago. It was fantastic 10 years ago. But I need a computer that can handle what I'm trying to accomplish, and it's just not able to anymore, which is why I am going to be buying a new computer. More specifically, I'm going to be building a custom computer, and even more specifically, my brother-in-law is going to be building the computer and finding all the parts, because he understands that way more than I ever could. I know what I want, and he knows how to find and what, computer parts will allow my vision and my requirements to flourish at its greatest capacity, if you will. And, back then when I was making minimum wage, I could not really afford a hugely expensive computer. Right now, my budget has doubled and even tripled for what I'm willing to buy. So, the computer that I'm looking to get is going to be one that will be really, really useful for at least the next 10 years, I'm hoping. But hey, who knows? If YouTube takes off and I'm able to make a little bit extra money, then I can always build onto that computer. But for now, I'm kind of getting a editing suite computer that can also play, pretty new games. Although I do have a PlayStation 5 that I'm going to be building. I have a PlayStation 5, and I can get the newest games on that. And I'm getting a new capture card, one that can actually do, 1080p, 60 FPS, all that fun stuff. And again, I want a computer that can kind of handle that, and also have the hard drive space to handle that, because it's very, very large video files, but they look looking great. At least the ones that I have on the very basic original Elgato capture card looks really, really good. So something that's even better is going to be fantastic. And I'm really excited because there's so many games I want to Let's Play. I just can't because I don't have the right equipment for it. So I'm looking forward to getting that eventually. And I am looking forward to getting a new microphone, getting an XLR microphone because those are better, but I just couldn't afford it at the time. Now I probably shouldn't be spending all of these thousands and thousands of dollars, but I am, because I'm passionate about this. I just want to make content, and I've been doing it for the past few months now, just waiting for the right time to actually let it be public. And I've been going through all of these things. My sister and I have been talking about making our own channel, doing stuff like that. We're not really sure where or when that's going to happen, but there's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and I'm so passionate about this. And every single day at work, I'm just thinking about being at home, making YouTube content, making video essays, reviews, book reading, anything that I can think of. I want to see if I can do, And, I mean, making YouTube content already has helped me to be more talkative, more confident in speaking. I've been more social at work. I've been making more friends at work. And I'm finding myself to be kind of more witty in a way. Faster at responding to people and them laughing. It's just it's helping me come out of my shell. Because I've been sort of in my shell for the past few years, and the fact that I was able to go to somebody really pretty and tell them that I think they're pretty, for me to be able to do that is far beyond what I ever expected of myself to do. Because I've always been introverted, I've always been shy and timid and quiet, and for me to kind of put myself out there like that it's thanks to you guys, to everybody that's watched, and all the friends that I've made from YouTube throughout the years, and all of you supporting me, and me, putting myself out there on the internet has helped me to get me out of my shell, and I want to do that again. So here we are. PlayStation 5 games I want to do, Switch games I want to do. So I will be doing Let's Plays for now. Again, I'm interested in making videos on random topics. I don't know if it's going to be like a podcast sort of thing, or if it's going to just, again, be video essays. There's a lot in store for 2023 that I want to do, and I'm sort of doing Let's Plays for now just to be able to have content go out, and then I can sort of focus on stuff that's going to take a little bit longer to prepare and to create, versus Let's Plays, which are generally pretty easy to make and compared to, video essays and reviews and so on and so forth. So, yeah, since I'm always daydreaming about, me talking about this particular content, or me talking about this, or me doing whatever with that. I'm always daydreaming about myself doing those things, and I want to actually do it and actually talk about the topics that I think about myself making content about, if that makes sense. I want to turn my daydreams into reality, and I need to actually do that, and I'm looking forward to doing that. So good luck to me. I do want to, do pretty unique stuff, though. And, considering YouTube's been around for, 20 years, it's kind of hard to find unique stuff. But, hey, that's the part of the journey, it's part of the fun. And, like I said, I did go to school for video editing, Photoshop, Adobe Audition, and After Effects, and things like that. So I want to get better at editing, kind of put more effort into the edits that I do for videos, which I already have, but I want to kind of do better with that. And again, with a computer, a full desktop computer, that's fantastic at being able to handle heavy load stuff. It's going to be amazing, because I'm working with a laptop that I'm borrowing right now, which the laptop is certainly working well, but it's a laptop connected to my TV, versus an actual desktop tower computer with my dual monitors, hopefully 3 monitors down the line, if not more, that'd be great. So yeah, I want to get better at video editing, I want to master Photoshop. I love working with Photoshop so much, and I've been doing a lot with that, making thumbnails for myself, thumbnails for the YouTube channel that my sister and I might collaborate with. We'll see what happens with that. Again, there's a lot going on. After Effects, I want to relearn and see what I can do in terms of graphics and motion graphics, and just working with, things like that, and see if I can make something cool with that. in collaboration with like other stuff that I'm making and see if I can make something unique, something cool, and hopefully something interesting that you all would enjoy watching. And whatever other creative programs that I can get my hands on and learn, I'd love to. But that's just dependent on time and, time and life. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'd like to be a VTuber. That'd be pretty cool. I can't afford it. But, it's way, way down the line if, my YouTube channel takes off and whatnot. I think it'd be cool to be a VTuber. I watch a lot of VTubers, so, it'd be fun. I'd like to do that. But if not, it's not like that big a deal for me, but it's like, cool if it happens. It's all good if it doesn't. As far as streaming, I do like the idea of streaming, and I wouldn't mind like streaming myself making Photoshop thumbnails, YouTube thumbnails with Photoshop, or streaming of myself doing video editing or working in After Effects or whatever. I think that'd be pretty cool. There are some games where I would prefer to do live streams with versus actual Let's Plays. In particular, like RPGs are kind of more suited for longer sessions of streaming versus condensed bites of Let's Play videos, just depending. But as far as whether I would prefer to stream on YouTube or Twitch, I haven't really decided yet. Anytime I stream on Twitch, something in my personal life goes horribly, horribly wrong. And so I have just this bad, horrible, awful experience streaming on Twitch, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Twitch itself. It's just like, I'm like cursed. I'm cursed to where whenever I stream on Twitch, something in my personal life goes really, really bad. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know. But since I do have an actual, like, small following on YouTube compared to Twitch, I feel like it'd be better just to stream on YouTube anyway, especially since YouTube streaming is much more robust than it used to be, and actually viable now, versus, years ago when it was like a cool option, but it's not to the level of Twitch yet, but now it actually is, and arguably better than Twitch. So, I don't know. But I also don't know if I would stream on the main channel that I have, or if I would make a new channel for particular streams. And then would I just upload the stream VODs to the main channel, make it like condensed funniest moments or most interesting bits as a video, a little condensed thing that everybody else does. I don't know. Because I have heard that the YouTube algorithm doesn't like when you do live streams on the same channel that you do like smaller videos on. It kind of like gets confused in terms of like view rate and how long a person watches a video, so it kind of like punishes you or something. So I don't know. I'm not gonna be live streaming and doing like Twitch streaming or video streaming, YouTube streaming, whatever. I'm not gonna be streaming just yet. That's gonna be something that I would be looking toward doing down the line, but I'm not doing it right now. I just don't have the time, and there's YouTube videos that I want to make and kind of work on first. I do have my own website. It's just ericposniak.com. But it's not anything just yet. It is just like a folder, if you will, like a portfolio of stuff that I've made at college and whatnot. It was intended to be, again, like a portfolio profile for when I went to interviews and stuff. I could like show them, hey, I got my own website that has stuff that I've done. And, again, I work in a warehouse doing physical labor. I'm not using any of that stuff in my portfolio, so I might as well just kind of leave that as like its own page. But then, revamp my own website to be where I write articles and where I talk about a dream that I had. I think it'd be really cool to kind of catalog the dreams that I have, either every night or once a week or something. And if there's something that I kind of want to talk about, but I don't necessarily want to make a whole YouTube video out of it, I can just write it as an article, either be, again, a review, or I don't know, maybe if it's like about music, like the song that I really, really like, or, anything. My website, I want it to be just anything that I want to do. I can just type it up as a web page, bring it out to the internet, And my sister was actually interested in having her own little section where she kind of writes about different flutes. I mean, she's been playing flute for like 20 years at least. About 20 years now. So she knows all these different types of flutes, and she's played different types of flutes, and, she's much more musically inclined than I am. I have like 0.001% talent in playing music. So she's way better at like singing, at playing music. She's learning, piano and guitar and all that stuff. So she's into all that stuff. So if she wanted to, I asked her and she said, yeah, she'd be interested in kind of using my website as a platform to talk about stuff that she's interested in. And I think it'd be cool for her and I to kind of have a website to sort of do that for. So that'll be happening eventually. I haven't even begun to start on revamping all that, because I need to like move the website, front page to be an actual front page, move all of the portfolio stuff to its own web page, and work on the background and make the whole thing again, basically. So it's been something that I've been putting off for about a year and a half, 2 years or something. I don't know. I'm paying money on it. I'm paying like $100 a year to have the website. I might as well use it, so I'm working on that. And yeah, again, like I said, there's a lot going on. Last but not least, if you haven't seen the short update video where I talked about my upload schedule and stuff, I'll mention it now. I'm planning on my uploads to be on Wednesdays and Saturdays, 12 p.m. PST, aka 3 p.m. EST. It is subject to change based on daylight savings time, because I think that's going on right now. Where I live, daylight savings time doesn't exist. Like, we don't use it. We don't do it at all. So I know that times change at different places based on the time of year it is, so what it may be now may be like an hour difference later on, I don't know. If there is a time that would be better for general audiences, either uploading later in the day or earlier in the day, or on days outside of Wednesdays and Saturdays, I am willing to change that, but for right now, I do want to keep it as Wednesdays and Saturdays, one video on Wednesday, one video on Saturday, 12 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. EST. I do want to eventually update that to upload on Mondays as well at the same time. So, even though it'll be Wednesday and Saturday right now, I would like to have it be Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday eventually, when I get enough videos made and I've got enough videos being made weekly to work on that. Because right now, I'm waking up at 3 in the morning to edit videos where I can. It's generally about 2 to 3 videos I can get edited by the time I need to get ready for work, which means eat breakfast, finish drinking my coffee or whatever, drive to work at 5 in the morning to get to work, get to my work at 6 in the morning. So I'm waking up at 3, working on that until about 4:30, leaving at 5 to get to my job at 6 in the morning, and then I get home around 5:30 to 6 p.m. 4 days a week. So if I'm able to wake up at that early, at 3 in the morning to edit, then unlike my weekend, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I can make the YouTube thumbnails and I can get recordings done, preferably about 3 videos recorded minimum, which is what I'm usually able to do, because I used to only be able to talk for like 10 minutes before I would get tired, and now I can do about 30 to 40 minutes, and it's been working out pretty well. So now that I kind of have an idea of when I can do what, where, and how, and I'm able to get stuff done, it's been really, really nice. I can't make videos every single day. I would love to have videos go out every single day, but it's just not possible for me anymore, because I'm a one-man show, I do all my recording myself, all the editing myself, all the uploading myself. I make all the YouTube thumbnails myself. I'm the coach, captain, the entire team, the manager, and the owner, doing all the jobs myself, for free. I'm not being paid at all to do any of this. So I'm doing my best, man. I'm sorry. But no, if I didn't want to do this, if I wasn't truly passionate about this, I wouldn't be, spending my time off doing this. I want to do this. I've been doing this for a couple months now, and I just want to do this as much as I can. And hey, if my YouTube channel takes off and it gets somewhere, awesome. If I end up making money off of this, fantastic. If not, it's okay, because this has given me a reason to live, I'm working at my job to live, but I'm living to make content, if that makes sense, This is what I want to do. If this could be like what I do for the rest of my life, I would be so happy, because I love doing this and I want to do it more. So I am. And I'm willing to invest money into this simply out of the fact that I just want to. Not even to, get particularly anywhere out of this. I'm doing this for myself because I love doing it, and I want to make content that people will enjoy. So I hope all of you do enjoy it. Hopefully. We'll see what happens with that. But I think that's about everything that I wanted to talk about. I've been going on for about half an hour now. My voice hurts and I'm kind of hungry, so it's time for lunch. And yeah, so if I did forget anything, then I don't know, I'll probably make a comment about it below. So if you did get this far, holy moly, thank you. I need to edit this, and I was supposed to upload this today, Monday, January 2nd, 2023. If I end up getting it on the 3rd, aka tomorrow, that's fine, we'll see what happens. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'm coming back. I'm back as long as I can be, so thank you everyone, and have a wonderful day.